Vinita, the thing is that I'm not aware to start from to where you from. So I will take some of the questions. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Suppose, can you print the, for loop and while loop as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh, and all the data types as well.
Yes.
Okay. So if I want to declare my decimal value,
Mm-hmm.
so how can I declare that?
You can declare using float
Okay. Yeah.
variable name and that value.
Okay. You're seeing my screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now if I declare int y equal to something like 10, then it is an integer. It is okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now you're saying that I can use float, maybe anything w equal to 3.5.
Yes.
It is okay.
Yeah.
So if I over here, it is giving any error.
Mm-hmm. We can use double also, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, double is the, you cannot use float. You have to use
Mm-hmm.
double.
Double. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then if I say there is one more data type and it is known as, I think so, bool.
Boolean
Okay.
value. Yeah.
Yeah, bool. So am I doing it correctly or not?
You need to assign a value, I think, for this, like true or
Yeah.
false.
Yeah, I have to assign
Hmm.
variable
True.
to the true.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, Now suppose global and local variables.
Yeah, I have idea on that, like local variables and global variables.
So suppose there is one more function. If I say private
Hmm.
static void, and you can
Hmm.
say sum all.
Hmm.
Okay. Now here I will say there is an integer variable which
Hmm.
is common to both of these functions. So
Hmm.
where can I that declare that variable?
You have to, I mean, declare inside the class, but outside of these two methods.
Okay, so I will declare it here only. Suppose int I
Yeah.
equal to you can say 300.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
now suppose if I want to here say console dot write line,
Hmm.
and I am saying I want to add these two integers y and I.
Hmm.
So what
Hmm.
should I write? What should I write here? I want the sum of these two integers, y and
Hmm.
I. I can write as y plus I.
I think
Uh,
so because you have written already this integer. It is also out of this static method, right?
yeah, I have declared it globally. It can be in
Hmm.
you have said it right that you have to
Hmm.
be declared here in the class, but outside the function. So it can be
Hmm.
accessed by these both function. You are saying it
Yes.
right. You are saying
Hmm.
so. I can write it at y plus I.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. Now it is giving me error.
Hmm.
So can you tell me why it is giving me error?
Maybe you have not given the access level for this, like public int.
Okay, I will declare it. You can say public.
Hmm.
But there is no node of this declaration because this is inside the class and the scope of this class is inside these curly brackets. So it can be
Hmm.
assessed in this, but again it is giving me error.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
Okay. The thing is that we,
Hmm.
you know about you say static.
Static methods. Okay. Hmm.
The main point is that static function can access only static
Static
variable.
variables.
Okay, so how can I make this function? How can make this variable as static?
You can mention static int.
Okay, now the error is gone.
Hmm.
Okay, so you clearly see that it is I'm using the word static.
Static, yes, yes.
Okay, now I will make one more. You can say one
Mm-hmm.
more function. You can say public void uh, total all,
Mm-hmm.
and I say here int. You can say t equal to 100. Now I
Hmm.
want to print the sum of, you can say, I plus t. As you clearly
Hmm.
see that there is no static keyword here. So this is known
Hmm.
as static function.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, non-static function.
Non-static function.
So can I access integer I over here?
Integer I over
Which
here.
is, yeah, it is a static variable.
Yeah, static variables and methods, I think we can directly use within the class. So we can use it.
Ne- You are in the class. My question is
Hmm.
that my function is non-static function.
Hmm.
Whether non-static function can access static variables or not.
No, I think we cannot use. We need to
Uh,
create a non-static. Not sure. Not sure.
no, no, nothing to worry. I can access this.
Okay.
Okay. Non-static function can access static as well as
Non-static.
non-static variables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this is suppose if I run my code, you can say int g equal to 60, and I
Hmm.
will say console dot write line g plus I. So it is
Hmm.
not giving me any error because my function is static. Now,
Hmm.
so if I run my code, you say that it will print y plus I, 10 plus I, which is
Mm-hmm.
which is 310.
Okay.
Okay. Now suppose if I execute my code, now it is printing 310,
Hmm.
but it
Yeah.
is not printing g plus I and t plus I.
Yeah.
Why? Now, apart
Hmm.
from that, you are saying
Mm-hmm.
that it is printing all these lines. To remove these lines, we will print console, mm, can say dot read key. So now
Hmm.
it will not print all these lines. It will print only
310.
310. But my question is that why it is not printing g plus I, which is 60 plus 300, which is 360, and nor t plus I, which is 100 plus 300, which is 400. Why?
Is it because we are not calling those two methods in the main method?
Yeah, the answer is you are correct, absolutely correct. You have to
Mm-hmm.
call it in the main function. Main
Hmm.
function is the starting point of the class,
Pointing point. Hmm.
but function cannot called by themselves. They have to
Hmm.
called in another method.
Yeah.
Okay, now suppose uh, first I will make this function as static. And you
Mm-hmm.
clearly see that the static function will hold the keyword static.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, if now I call sum all
Hmm.
and I call total all.
Hmm.
Okay. Now it will print the desired result which we are saying that it will
Mm-hmm.
print 310, 360, then 400. Okay, it is
Hmm.
printing
Yeah.
all. Now suppose if my
Mm-hmm.
requirement is that I don't want to call this function in the main function, but
Hmm.
I want uh, that console window should write should call this function as well. So how can I do that? I don't want to call this in my main function.
Hmm. Okay. What do you want to do? Like total all should be called from where?
Yeah, suppose if I say this one, and when you run the project, this
Hmm.
function is called in total, all function is called in main method.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's why it is printing 400, which is 100 plus 300.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, now my can say my motive is that I don't want to call this function in my main method, but still
Hmm.
I want this to be printed.
Okay. I think you can call in sum all method, no? That static
Yeah,
method, so that you can print it over there.
yeah, you can call it
Hmm.
in your another function. So
Hmm.
it will call directly.
Hmm.
Now 400 is there.
Yeah.
Mm, okay, now if I say, suppose there are three variables,
Hmm.
int can say here I will say x equal to 100 and
Mm-hmm.
int z
Mm-hmm.
equal to 200. Now I want the print of these two. Now I am writing console dot write line
Mm-hmm.
and I say sum is plus uh, x plus z. Okay, it will fill my purpose that it will print sum is 300.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in your opinion, it should print 300 or not?
Should print 300 or not here? Okay. I think it will print sum is x plus z, I think.
But x is integer 100. I have declared x and z. If you clearly see that when I write y plus I,
Mm-hmm.
it 10 plus 300, it then 310.
Hmm.
So what should it do in this?
Should be within a bracket that x plus z, because I
See,
think a plus value is taking it as a concatenation.
which value?
The sum is plus is there, right? The first plus. Is it
Yeah,
considering as a concatenation of that x plus z?
this is also a concatenation. It is concatenating. You can say this value is
Mm-hmm.
also in integers. It is concatenating and then it adds up directly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now suppose if I run my code, what will
Mm-hmm.
happen? You see sum is 100, 200.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So now it is
Hmm.
saying that sum is 200. Now if I write console dot write line and I say x plus z and you say plus, you can say anything, um, result.
Hmm.
Okay. Now what should it now what should be printed?
The same thing, like 100, 200 result.
Okay. First of all, I will comment this and run.
Hmm.
Now it is sum is 100 200. Now
Hmm.
I will uncomment this one
Hmm.
and again run it. Now it is printing 300 result.
Hmm.
Why?
It's like post and pre something like that.
No, the answer for that is our code
Mm-hmm.
uh, every time the code executes, it starts from left to
Left to right.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Then it looks for another process as well, but always it starts from left to right. When it starts from left to right,
Mm-hmm.
x is 100 and z is 200. Now first
Hmm.
it will solve this, and these
Mm.
both are integers,
Yeah.
so it will add up directly.
Hmm.
100 plus 200 300, and now 300 plus result, but result is string.
Hmm.
Okay, now these both act as a string. When
Mm-hmm.
one is string and one is integer, then both act as a string. Then it concatenates 300 plus result, which is
Plus result.
300 result.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's why
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's printing. But in uppercase, you see, when sum is, it is string and
String.
it is concatenated with integer. And the rule
Hmm.
is when it is concatenating string with integer, it
It
both
will
act
consider
as
a
a
string.
string.
Hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
sum is 300. Now when sum is 300 concatenate with 200, they both
Mm-hmm.
are string. They both act as string because it is already a string and it is an integer. When both
Hmm.
concatenates, it both act as a string.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why it is printing sum is 100, then 200, which is sum is 100, then again both 200. But in this case, it first act as an integer x plus
Integer.
z.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Mm-hmm.
it's add up directly. So you have to be very careful while using these.
So in this
Okay,
first one, how do I get the 300 value? Like when I'm doing it in the first, like sum is x plus
the
z is there, right?
yeah x plus z. When it's you can say if I you can say mm, suppose in the first one you want to go for this one or this one.
Now the first
Suppose
sum is that one,
okay.
the line
Now
16.
okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
now there are three variables. One is
Mm-hmm.
uh, sum is now it is an when it is connecting with
Mm-hmm.
the can say x. Now
Mm-hmm.
x is 100.
Mm-hmm.
Now when this execution of code is doing, now this is string and this is an integer.
Mm-hmm.
And when concatenation is done, then this is both act as integer. So
Mm-hmm.
you see that I have given over this much space. So
Mm-hmm.
you can say sum is 100. Now the result of this is sum is
Is 100.
plus 100. Now
Mm-hmm.
it act as a string.
Mm-hmm.
Now the result of these two is like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now when it concatenates with the third variable, which is z,
Z.
which is 200.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see here that one is integer again, one is integer here, and this one is string.
String. Mm-hmm.
Now when it concatenates, it will direct as it will add up directly like this only,
Hmm.
because this 100 is inside this string, so it adds up directly. Now
Hmm.
this is look like this, which is
Yeah.
sum is 100 to 100.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
Okay,
But my question is like, if suppose if I want to print it as the sum is 300, how do I write it
okay,
in this
okay, yeah.
console?
Okay,
Hmm.
okay, okay, okay. Sorry, I can't understand.
No problem. Hmm.
Yeah, this is you have actually
Yeah.
said it. You have said it
Hmm.
before that
Yeah.
I can do it
Hmm.
like this. Okay, you can
Yeah.
do it like this. It is going left to right, but it will solve the inner brackets first.
In a bracket first. Hmm.
Okay, this is the rule of you can say going left to right.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, you see that concatenation operator. Now you see that whether in the where we are using string, it is assigned to two different variables, but it is being printed in one single line because
Correct.
we are
Hmm.
concatenating the two strings.
Hmm.
So you should be very careful when using the strings and integer because
Hmm.
it will get ugly if you don't use it can say in the proper manner. Now
Hmm. Okay.
you are doing Selenium,
Hmm.
right?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, now you are studying an unit.
Hmm.
So why there is the need of an unit?
For the structural, like to follow the framework things and all.
You are saying the right thing, but suppose if I am a
Hmm.
layman and
Hmm.
you have to said to me that suppose I am an interviewer and I ask you that why
Hmm.
an unit is required. So what will you answer? And I will uh, tell you
Hmm.
that you can show it diagrammatically or you can
Hmm.
use an example.
Okay. Hmm.
So how can you answer that? Because in every interview,
To have. Hmm.
an unit is the basic requirement that why is an unit is required to study
Hmm.
Selenium. While we talk about Selenium, what is an unit?
I think it's a testing frame. Like any unit is a like testing framework where which has all the language bindings. So if I want to use any one of the language for that, we should have this NUnit framework.
No, no, no.
No?
You are you are saying the thing that it is a suppose I am a layman. I don't know about
Hmm.
Selenium. I don't know
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
an unit, and you have
Hmm.
to you are teacher of mine, and you have
Hmm.
to understand me, and you have to you can say give me an example so that I can
Hmm.
understand it properly.
Okay. That I don't know.
No worries. Suppose if I say so.
Hmm.
mm, Now, when we write a Selenium project, what are the
Hmm.
requirements? That what are the basic requirements? Well, you have to read data from an Excel file. You can see
Hmm.
read data from Excel file,
Hmm.
okay, or any XML file,
Hmm.
okay. You have to read data from Excel file, XML file, uh,
JSON
then
file.
any other file, JSON
Any of the
file,
files.
task file,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Then there is another requirement. You need to say generate reports.
Hmm.
Okay, you need to generate reports as well. And you will say, and you are also want to take the screenshot as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
Want to take, you can say screenshots. Okay. Now, and also you want to generate logs. You want to generate logs. So
Mm-hmm.
what are logs? You know what are logs.
Logs, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, in if I ask you that what are logs, so how
Mm-hmm.
will you tell me that what are logs?
Logs will be basically for, I think, the user actions which we can capture, I mean, tell the like what and all actions are performed, or if there is any issues, where and all the issue was coming from, that things we can
Yes,
check it from.
yeah, yeah, the simple thing is you want to know what happened each and every
What
moment in
happened
my
each
file.
and yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and many more requirements can be there.
Mm.
When we talk about Selenium, actually we are talking about writing Selenium scripts.
Mm.
Like you can say Selenium script 1, 2,
Mm.
3, 4, or you say here that it is one Selenium script 1, second or
Mm.
third one or fourth one, which
Mm.
will run one after the another or just run parallel.
Mm.
Okay, it will not serve the process. That is why
Mm.
we learn an unit for that to organize the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so an unit is act like an can say heart of the framework or project. Here, this is an
Mm-hmm.
end unit.
Okay.
It will it will tell that it will, you
Mm-hmm.
can say, read the data from your XML file, Excel file, any, then it will generate the reports as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then it will take the screenshots, then it will generate the logs, then
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time it will run your Selenium
Mm-hmm.
scripts parallelly
Mm-hmm.
or simultaneously or one by one, whatever the requirements are there. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
end unit is like an heart of the framework. So
Okay.
but you cannot learn an unit like that. First, you have
Mm-hmm.
to learn C sharp for that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So till now, what we have done, you can say what we have done is present in every language, like
Mm-hmm.
whether it is C sharp, PHP, Java, or Python. The
Mm-hmm.
concept remains the same for every programming language. That how you declare the variables.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you know about the you can say you know about the loops, while loop or for loop.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Now uh, I will take a very small example. First of all, I
Mm-hmm.
will add one class
Mm-hmm.
and name it is as it and add my
One
main
second.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
Sorry.
add my yeah add my main method to it
Mm-hmm.
and say okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
suppose if I write a very small while loop,
Mm-hmm.
like int I equal to 0, and I will say while, and right now I'm considering that you know the how to write a while loop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, now I will say console dot write line I, and I say I equal to I plus 1,
Mm-hmm.
and I will say console dot read key. Okay. Now what will it print? It will print 1 to 10. So
Mm-hmm.
now it will give me an error,
Mm-hmm.
and it is saying that program has more than one entry point defined. So you know this error why it is coming.
More than one comparison. I think it's in the same solution, this method.
No, mm, the thing is that I have two classes
Hmm.
and both the classes have main method.
Main method. Hmm.
It doesn't know which main method it
Which
has
one
to
method
go.
to call? Hmm.
Okay, so for solving this error, I have to tell the project
Hmm.
which is my startup class. So
Hmm.
I can I can click on my project, right click,
Hmm.
go to the properties, and here it is saying startup object. So here
Hmm.
I can make my class one as my startup. And whenever you make your class as
Hmm.
startup, always close this. Otherwise, it will give an error. When you
Okay.
make
Hmm.
the next class, it will give an error.
Okay.
Okay. Now the thing is I have made a startup class and now I will run my application. Now it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hmm.
Okay. Now you know about for loop. For
Hmm.
I will say int um, y equal to 0, y is less than
Less
10
than. Hmm.
and then y plus plus. Okay. It
Hmm.
will it will print the same thing
Hmm.
y. Okay. I am commenting this one and
Hmm.
you can say that I'm printing this. It will print the same thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Now it is printing the same thing. Can you tell me why it is not printing 10?
Because we have not given equal to 10, no? So it is
Yeah,
checking
this
only
is
for
yeah,
less
this is
than
yeah,
10. Hmm.
yeah, this is a small one. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Now in your you can say in your opinion, which one is
Hmm.
better?
Which one is better in while or for
Yeah,
loop, right?
yeah.
For loop is better, I feel.
Why?
It's serves both the same, but this is like
In this condition, while true, you means that while condition is true, then it will go inside this.
inside this. Hmm.
Okay. You know the breakpoints.
Yes, yes, yeah. Break and
Uh, if I want to,
continue.
no, no, I'm not
Hmm.
debugging. I'm asking about debugging.
Yeah, breakpoints I know in the, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Where
F12,
should
F10 and F11.
F10 and F11? What will
Yeah.
F11 do?
F11 will go inside that method, and F10 will be like next step,
Next,
instruction
or
wise.
if I
Line by line
suppose,
it will go. Hmm.
okay, you are saying that it will go for F10 will go line by line,
Yeah.
and F11 will go.
It will execute like it will go to the next again. Like it will execute while loop and it will go to the next for loop.
Now, suppose if I, you can say, uh, press debug point. You know how
Hmm.
to go for debug point. Debug point.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yes, yes. Hmm.
okay. Now, if I suppose I'm execute my code, now it stops here. Now, what
Hmm.
should I press?
If you want to go to while condition, like you
Yeah,
can click on F10.
F10. Okay,
Hmm.
it will going line by line.
Inside line by line. Hmm.
Okay, if and now if I press F11, what will happen?
It will while loop will execute and it will go to the next breakpoint or else the for loop.
Okay, in your opinion, it is going
If you
stop
keep a
here.
breakpoint over there, yeah.
Okay, now if I press F11, it is going
Hmm.
again line by line. I'm pressing F11 right now. You can check it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It is going
And
again. F10 and F11 are working as same. For going to next breakpoint
Mm-hmm.
or execute my whole code,
Hmm.
I will press F5.
F5.
Yeah, these are small things I know, but interview can
But
ask me
like
because
I 1 second. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, like
but
when I was doing in the Selenium thing, right? Like if I want to click on, like if I have a method which was written in another object class, so I used to click on the F11, so it used to go in that function. So I was there.
mm, the
Mm-hmm.
thing you are saying, I will make it clear to you. When you're calling function from another function, then you have to press F11. But you press
Hmm.
F10, then suppose in my now here I'm calling
Hmm.
my sum all function. Okay.
Hmm.
Now suppose if I put a
Hmm. Hmm.
breakpoint over here,
Hmm. Hmm.
but I want to see that what is happening inside my sum all function, but I'm not putting any breakpoint inside my sum all function.
Hmm.
Okay, now again, first of all, I have to make this as my startup class,
Hmm.
make the startup class, then close it. Okay, now suppose if I execute my code, first of all, now it is going, now I will press F10.
Hmm.
Okay, now I want to see what is happening in sum all. Again, I am
Hmm.
pressing F10, but it will not go inside my sum all. You see,
Yeah,
I am,
for that you need to click on F11, no, in that
yeah,
case.
yeah. Suppose if I run my code again, now you're going F11, now again
Hmm.
F11.
F11.
Now,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like when
yeah,
you click F11, it will
yeah,
go
yeah,
inside.
yeah.
Mm.
It will go for every function. But
Hmm.
suppose if I want to execute my whole code, if I don't want to
Hmm.
go in another function, so I will press
Yeah, in that case,
F5.
F5. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, my question is that only.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Now in this you have, in my opinion and in your opinion, that for loop is better. Okay,
Yeah.
suppose why for loop is better, because suppose this is, I say it is initialization,
Initialization. Hmm.
this is the our condition,
Condition.
and this is an incrementation.
Increment. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes what happens, if you know that code becomes too much hectic and too much lengthy, that this
Hmm.
incrementation part will come here.
Hmm.
Suppose
Yeah.
accidentally you
Hmm.
miss the part where you have to write.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, when I execute my code, for that I have to make it as my startup class. Now,
Mm-hmm.
suppose accidentally I miss this part, incrementation part. Now,
Hmm.
when I run my code, you will see it will go in the infinity mode,
Mm-hmm.
because I have never done this part, and 0
Oh,
will always remain less than 10,
same. Mm-hmm.
and it will go into the infinity loop.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now suppose if I write this, and now what should happen in your opinion? Should it give any error or should it run?
It should give you an error, I think, no, because there is no increment here.
Okay, it will not print anything.
It will not print anything. Okay.
It will not give any error, but it will not print
Mm-hmm.
anything,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
because you see, in the for loop, initialization, condition, and incrementation is in single line.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so we use most of the time the for loop,
For
but
loop.
in
Mm-hmm.
some conditions you you will see in the coming classes that in some
Mm-hmm.
condition while loop is much better than
For loop.
for
Huh?
loop. So
Okay.
the question is that where we use for loop in Selenium.
In Selenium, like I have using in this, like suppose if I want to check for any drop down values, or if there is any grid like web tables and all, if I want to click on some record in that.
Nee, I want to use for loop. Suppose
Hmm.
where we use for loop mainly, in my opinion, we use for
Mm-hmm.
loop in Excel.
Excel. Huh?
Yeah. Now suppose if you say now Excel will look like you can say this only you have
Mm-hmm.
Excel, then you have uh, rows,
Mm-hmm.
then you have columns. I'm just making this diagram to
Mm-hmm.
for Excel.
No problem.
Like
Mm-hmm.
now, this is you have your username.
Mm-hmm.
Here you have your password.
Mm-hmm.
Here you have your you can say anything like email
Mm-hmm.
and your zip code.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can say that something is here, some password is there, email is there, and zip code is there. Now again in the second row, it is here, then another password, another email, and another zip code. And same thing is like here only in the third row.
Mm-hmm.
So we will iterate through this Excel. We will iterate
Mm-hmm.
through this whole Excel by using the for loops. Now in the coming classes you know that how to find the number of rows which are there in the Excel sheet. So
Mm-hmm.
suppose I can iterate through this. uh, Suppose I know that the number of rows is 3
Mm-hmm.
and number of you can say so columns is 4. Now first I will iterate through can say
Rose.
each
Mm-hmm.
row. For here, I can write as for int, you can say x equal to 1. Why? I will tell you why using 1. X is less than, and number of rows are 3 equal to 3 and x plus plus. And why I'm using x equal to 1? Because you see in my Excel, it is starting from 1. I
Mm-hmm.
don't need this part.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have used x equal to ones. Now, first, now I have reached the number of rows. Now I have to go through each column. First, you will see that first I will go, can say downwards.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will move left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Downwards will tell me the number of rows, and left to right will tell the number of columns. Now, if I again in this loop, I will say for int, here I will say x rows. For int, you can say uh, y equal to 0 and
Mm-hmm.
y is less than, uh, or you can say columns and y plus plus. And
Mm-hmm.
here I can iterate through each cell. First it will
Mm-hmm.
go here, then here, then here, here. then again it will come out the columns loop, then the external loop, which is this one. Now
Mm-hmm.
if I put you can say put a breakpoint over here, and suppose if I run my code, uh, it is stopping somewhere. Mm, I have made it as for my startup class. Mm, yeah, it is startup class. Suppose there is, okay, again I execute my code. Now,
You're not written console, that's why.
yeah, no, I don't know. I just want to show you that what it is doing.
Mm-hmm.
For first, it is going in the rows. So it no rows. It is in the first row. Now my you can say control is in this row.
Hmm.
Now it's a loop inside the loop. Now it go again for columns.
Hmm.
Now it will go single-handedly to this, then this cell, then this cell. Again, it will
Hmm.
come out of the loop and go for this row, then this cell, then this cell, this cell. So in this, our for loop is very much handy.
Hmm.
Okay, to iterate through each cell. So here
Okay.
we
Hmm.
use for loop. Okay, mainly we use for loop for the Excel, and you will
Hmm.
clearly see in the coming classes and or course that we are using for loop for reading Excel.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, now one more topic I want to discuss with you. I don't know whether you know it or no, is
Hmm.
array.
Array.
Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
you have studied
Array
array.
and array list, right? Okay. Hmm.
I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
go. I have go. I will go for array first. Now
Hmm.
suppose you have
Hmm.
something like a string
Hmm.
user equal to
Hmm.
it can be anything.
Hmm.
It is same as you can say username,
Hmm.
and then you have string password, and you
Hmm.
say equal to something like password.
Hmm.
Now the next thing you have string email, and it
Hmm.
says something like at the rate gmail.com. Okay, then
Hmm.
you have your uh, int zip code, and it can be something like this.
Hmm.
Now sometimes you have a lots of data. This is just a little bit of data.
Hmm.
Sometimes you have a lot of data. Suppose you get 100 fields.
Hmm.
Okay, now array is basically a memory location.
Hmm.
Okay, this is an definition of an array.
Hmm.
Array is basically a memory location where you can store multiple value. So
Hmm.
array is an is a memory location where you can store multiple val values.
Hmm.
So if I declare an array, it should can say suppose you know how to declare an array.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
Array.
which one? Array.
Array. Just write like int of, if you want to save
Suppose I
integer
want
values, int of square bracket.
Yeah, if I want to suppose string values,
Hmm.
string, this one, and name it as x, and equal to new
Hmm.
string, and so this is how to declare an array.
Hmm.
So what does this three represent?
Zeroth index.
Yeah, it's a zeroth index,
Hmm.
or it's the number of rows.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Three, the number of rows, and four is number of columns.
Columns. Hmm.
The same way I represent my Excel sheet, the same way array can be represented. This is
Hmm.
a two-dimensional structure of an array.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Again, I can go for my, you can say, you have said that zero dimension. Again, I can go for that, suppose int rows equal to, I will say, x dot get length, and the in the zeroth dimension, and
Hmm.
int columns, I will say x dot get length 1, but because 4 is in the first dimension.
Hmm.
Okay, so again I will go for this loop to
Okay.
iterate through each array. But there is an one problem in this array. Can you tell me why can you store these all values in your array?
No,
Why?
only string.
Yeah,
Only since we have declared it as string.
yeah. This is the problem in an array. The
Hmm.
value, string array cannot hold integer value and vice versa. Means
Hmm.
integer array cannot hold string value for that.
Hmm.
Okay, so for that, what will we use?
Like for dynamic, like you array list we can use.
We
Like
will
you can
use
stay both the integer or string both.
if I say your string list,
Hmm.
if I declare it as a string,
Hmm.
I can store integer values in this.
Hmm.
I cannot
Not sure,
store.
not sure. No, no.
Yeah,
Only
I
string. Hmm.
can. Yeah. So for that, we have an object array.
Mm-hmm.
Object array. And how
Mm-hmm.
to declare this object array? We'll say object and say the name of your object
Mm-hmm.
array equal to new object, and here we declare the number of rows.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm saying this is number of rows.
Rows. Mm-hmm.
We will not declare columns here.
Mm-hmm.
We will not declare any columns here. And you will see that object array is an inbuilt class system.object.
Mm-hmm.
It is inbuilt class which we will study in detail as we move on with our course. While
Mm-hmm.
when we actually read the data from Excel file in Selenium scripts. Right now, you just
Mm-hmm.
remember that there is an object array which is an inbuilt class in C sharp which will hold all the data types. It can
Okay.
hold
Mm-hmm.
all the data types inside it. The advantage of the object array that it can
Mm-hmm.
hold all the multiple data types, that it can hold double, it can hold bool, it can hold,
Mm-hmm.
you can say integer, string, any.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now right now you just need to remember that there is an object array which is an
Object
inbuilt
array.
class.
Mm-hmm.
It can hold can saying hold multiple data
Data type.
types. Okay, right now you just need to remember this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving ahead, it is very small, but we have done already that uh, function. Can
Mm-hmm.
you define function? If I want you to give the definition of function, how can you explain me to that?
Function it if I want to check the behavior or the functionality of that, how it behaves, we can do it through
It's a
functions.
small unit of execution.
Mm-hmm.
This is the definition of function in technical terms.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now if I say the scope of this function, you can say this function is
Hmm.
inside this brackets.
Hmm.
It 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 cannot assess all the, you can say it cannot assess t,
Hmm.
because it is in the another function. It cannot assess another function's value.
Hmm.
Okay, now suppose you have passed variables to function.
Hmm.
Suppose if I you know uh, hmm, suppose if there is a fun I will mm, I want you to make one function that will return value when I pass two integers to that.
Hmm.
So how can I make that?
Public
Okay,
int,
okay.
then method name,
Public and get some.
hmm.
Okay,
Bracket, insert that code, whatever you write it. You want to pass the parameters in this
yeah,
method
yeah,
only,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
int of x comma int of y.
Okay,
Then inside that you need to mention return,
okay. Return.
return maybe that bracket int of x plus int of y, or
Uh,
x plus y, x
x
plus
plus
y,
y.
y.
Okay, okay, okay. Now I
Is
want to
that
call
correct?
this. uh, Just go forward. We will
Okay.
move forward. Okay. Now I want to call this function in main function. How can I
Hmm.
do that? I want to print.
Hmm.
So how
You
can I
need
do?
to create object of that, right?
Don't
Uh,
get confused. You are doing going in the right way. Just go for it. What will happen? It will go wrong, na?
yeah.
Just try it.
Get sum is equal to new
Okay. Get some.
that bracket.
When no, you have you when you call this function sum all, have you made
Hmm.
any object of this function?
No, we have
Why
not
are you
made.
making, yeah, why are you making the object of this function?
This is non-static method, no? We have to call to object.
Hello.
In now
Just
I can call directly, get some
okay, get some. Okay. So what will I will type? I want to get
bracket
the,
of 5 comma 6 or something like that.
but I
Hmm.
5 comma 6. Now I it will print 11 or not?
It should because I have written x
V-
plus y.
But where should I have write console dot write line?
Okay. Mm-hmm. You can get it in some variable, this one, otherwise,
Yeah,
like int int of z is equal to get some of this and print console dot write line z.
yeah. Console dot write line. If I say that is always declared first, then we're not
Mm-hmm.
doing again. We go for k,
L k.
uh, and k, and I will say total is. Now it should print uh,
Hmm.
11.
Total is 11. Hmm.
Okay. First of all, we will make it as our first startup class. Which one is okay? Program. Okay. Close it. Now, suppose, yeah. Now, if we execute our code, first we close this one. Okay. Now it is printing total is 11. You are going in
Hmm.
the right path. Why are you so confused? Don't get confused. Okay, you are going in the right path. Just have some confidence in you. The thing
Yeah,
is
this
that
is like long back.
just
I'm like very little bit weak on this C sharp language programming. I can do it, but
okay,
again, I need some assistance.
no, no, I am there for you. Just remember, if you want to, just you can say
Hmm.
you have whenever you type int
Hmm.
string,
Hmm.
then it should return.
Hmm. Yeah.
If I suppose if I then it will give me error.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
whenever you write int string, then return should be there. Just remember,
Okay.
whenever you
Hmm.
write int string bool anything,
Okay.
then
Hmm.
it will return. And the declaring value is same as you're taking here. I cannot
Hmm.
use string. It will give me an
Okay.
error
Hmm.
because it is returning me an integer,
Integer
and
value.
I am taking it in a string.
String.
So it will give me an error. So, and one thing more, you cannot pass string value here.
Hmm.
You cannot pass this because it is taking value
Int
as
value.
integer.
Hmm.
Suppose if I say this is an string,
Hmm.
now it will give an error.
Hmm.
Okay, because my function is returning integer
Integer
and
type.
the returning value is string.
Hmm.
Okay,
Correct.
so you have to make sure that you use the right variable at the right time. If we are using integer, suppose
Hmm.
my function is string. Okay,
Hmm.
now here I'm taking it as a string. Okay, and suppose uh, here you can say it is string. Now it will return the string because now one is integer, one is string. Now it will return string.
Hmm.
Suppose I'm passing the second variable as string and passing my first variable as string, then it will give an error because my
Hmm.
first variable which is passing is in integer.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so you have to make sure that whatever the variable you are passing should be in the right place.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, this is how we declare can say function. So you have to be very careful in calling function and in calling static
Hmm.
function, or you can say static variables.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
this is very much important concept in you can say oops, or very basic concept in your Selenium interview,
Mm-hmm.
that
Okay.
interviewer can ask you that what is static means, why it is there.
Mm.
It can
Okay.
ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you will all get to know this, that why it is static, why it is non-static. You will get
Mm-hmm.
to know in the coming classes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so uh, right now we have done some part, and if you have any question what we have done till today,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask me now or after the recording of class. And suppose I will upload this recording and pass you the link.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose if you enroll our course,
Mm-hmm.
you will get your username and password, and when you
Okay.
log
Mm-hmm.
in your batch recording, this button is there. In your batch
Mm-hmm.
recording, you can watch all the classes which are
Okay.
there,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which we have recorded for you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
right now we have done the day one. Then day after the trial class, uh,
Mm-hmm.
if you enroll our course, you will find the recordings here, all the
Okay.
recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I hope I am very much helpful for you in this
Yeah.
class. Okay, some points maybe. Just remember one thing: whenever you watch the recording, just
Mm-hmm.
what I have read, the main points you should write
Mm-hmm.
in your notepad, in your something which which will, when you go for the interview, you have to
Mm-hmm.
your notebook. Just look for the key points, that this is the point, this is the point, this is the point,
Okay.
and go for the
Mm-hmm.
interview. Just remember or note down these key points, whichever I am writing, and
Sure. Sure.
whichever I
Mm-hmm.
said in the, you can say, in the recording. Just remember the key point.
Okay.
The static function can access only static variables. Non-static
Mm-hmm.
function can access static as well as non-static variables. So just
Okay.
remember this one. This will help you in the interview.
Sure. Sure, Abhijit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then hope we will meet tomorrow at the same time.
Okay. This like starting two classes are trial classes, huh?
I don't know what Ashish has tell you. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
okay, no
Okay.
worries. No
No,
worries.
no, just wanted to understand like how is this process and like starting two classes and again like actual classes will start from which date?
This
Because on seven, he told seventh we are not connecting because of festival.
7.
Yeah, seventh this Saturday, coming Saturday. Actually, the
Okay.
batch was starting from seventh,
Okay, yeah,
but
yeah.
since it was like a whole festival day, he told let's have this on
Okay,
today.
okay. Yeah,
Mm.
but are you can satisfied with whatever the teaching I have give you? Are you satisfied?
Yes, 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 yeah.
Because
But just
bec-
want to understand, like, is it only for one-to-one instruction led, or do we have any other set of people also
Uh,
to joining us?
right, no, right now it is only one to one, because no one,
Okay.
because I have another girl which have started. I have given her the lecture
Mm.
at you can say at 7 p.m. But
Mm-hmm.
you think that she's I think so maybe she knows C sharp, but she is new to Selenium. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
you knew C sharp, but you are not new to Selenium. So I have
Mm-hmm.
to gather what type of knowledge both of you have. Then I have to teach you separately. If your knowledge
Okay.
matches, then
Mm-hmm.
I will take you to the same batch. But right now,
Okay.
I don't think that your knowledge matches, because she is just a starter.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I think so because I have put you some questions and I have asked her the same questions, and there is a
Mm-hmm.
lot of difference between them.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why
But how one question, Abhijit, like if I
yeah,
want to get more into this like C sharp coding things and all, like Selenium, I think I will manage. I can manage also because
yeah.
basic things are these C sharp coding things. I should get more into that. So how do I like is
I
that
can,
covered everything over here?
yeah, because you said to me that you are not new to C sharp. That's why I
Yeah, I'm
have.
not. not but I have like this like simple questions which you asked, right? Like in a technical ways. Maybe
Yeah.
that I'm not able to understand, but I had the idea on that, like what is these things and all.
So now exercise for you.
Hmm.
You have done while loop and I have
Hmm.
done for loop. Now
Hmm.
uh, you have to show me.
Hmm.
I'm writing here
Hmm. Hmm.
exercise that you have to print
Hmm.
sum of first 100 numbers. You have to show me the
Sum
print
of
of,
first 100 numbers. Okay.
yeah, you can use
Hmm.
any
Hmm.
loop, while loop or I loop. You can use
Okay.
any
Hmm.
loop.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
You can, I will upload this video as I maybe in 1 hour or 2 hours. And
Hmm. Hmm.
I think so. We have a class at evening.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, Before that, you can do this exercise. You have to print sum of first 100 numbers.
Okay. Hmm.
If you
Hmm.
and if you because you have said to me that you are old to C sharp. That's why I
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
like missed some questions because I think you know that. Like you can say, and one thing more. Yeah,
Hmm.
double is there, bool is there, and one more data type is there, char. You
Care. Hmm.
can
Hmm.
store single character value.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, sometimes you say that I am writing string name equal to, you can say uh, anything like Sharad,
Hmm.
and sometimes I might string city equal to, you can say, Bangalore.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, can you tell me what is the difference between string with small s and string with capital S?
Okay, string, the one is the class, I think, the one which we are using, and that is the data type, string data type, first one.
Take your time. You will
Hmm.
search it in the Google. Then
Okay.
we will come back tomorrow and discuss this that what is this string with capital S and what is this string is small s.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
you have to tell me the difference.
Okay. Hmm.
This
Hmm.
is your then you have two exercises. First is you have
First
to
to print
print
first. Hmm. Hmm.
print sum of first 100 numbers like 1 to 100, 1 plus 2 plus
Hmm.
3 till 100.
Hmm.
You have to print
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
sum of first 100 numbers. And second is you have to tell me the difference between the two strings, that is
Hmm.
string with
Hmm.
small s and string with capital S.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
Sure. Hmm. Hmm.
so and if you want to want me to deep dive into this C# concept, I can do it
Hmm.
because if you want just sorry, there are object and object call by reference, call by value, constructors.
Hmm.
I can dive into this because if you say so, but you have said to
Yeah.
me that you are not new to C sharp. That's why I'm just jumping over these concepts. But if you say, I will definitely do this.
Yeah. Please do that because
Okay,
I
okay.
want to get more into
Knowledgeable.
this shisha
Yeah,
so that yeah.
that's why I'm asking the static and non-static functions
Hmm.
because
Hmm. Hmm.
in my second interview, I've been asked many times that what is static and
Hmm.
what is non-static. So
Okay.
that's why
Hmm.
that's why because I'm into this line. You can
Hmm.
say I'm a basic a developer.
Okay.
I'm
Hmm.
okay. I'm into this line from the past 8 years.
Are you working or like
Yeah, I'm working. I'm a developer.
no no I'm
I'm
like you I thought you were developer before.
Yeah, I'm a developer. I'm a Flutter developer. I'm a Java developer. I have
Okay.
PHP, and
Mm-hmm.
from the past 6 years, I'm done doing Selenium with C Sharp as well, Selenium with Python as well, and Selenium with Java as well.
Okay, okay. So you're associated with this wisdom training thing, and
Yeah,
again you are
I'm
working alone.
I'm
Oh,
working with Wisdom Trainings. I'm working with the project. They have different you can say branches. They have production
mm-hmm,
environment in which they are producing the you can say one product
mm-hmm,
in which I am doing Flutter, and they have
mm-hmm,
some another functionalities like you can say software testing tools in which I
mm-hmm.
am doing Selenium, mainly
Okay.
Selenium, and now
Mm-hmm,
I want to learn Python as well. I have learned Selenium with Python, but I am want to learn Python as well because Python is an you can say machine
mm-hmm,
language and
mm-hmm.
very much demand, but not with Selenium. But yeah, so Python is in demand. So
Okay. Mm-hmm,
okay, that's why being as a developer, you can
mm-hmm.
understand these concepts very easily.
Yeah, because for you it was an advantage.
So yeah, for me it's an advantage because logic has to be different for different person, but concept
Hmm.
remains the same.
Okay. So whatever the frameworks you're going to explain to now for me, so it
Mhm.
will be like with the latest versions only, right? Like
Yeah, yeah,
Unit, .NET, everything it
yeah.
will be with latest.
It is. You see that it now it is Visual Studio 2022. I am using
Yeah.
Visual Studio 2022. So this
Okay.
is the latest one. This is
Mm-hmm.
the latest one. I have done Visual Studio 2015 as well, but now
Mm-hmm.
I am from the past 1.5 years. I have switched to 2022, but that is more advanced and
Mm-hmm.
fast. But it has got some you can say negative functionalities as well, which is
Mm-hmm.
not as negative, but there is no help at all online.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when I'm making this course, sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
have to wait for 1.5 you can say week to get searching on the Google because there is no helping. Now there is helping,
Lot of
lots of
yeah.
helping,
Mm-hmm.
but in 2022 and there is not helping at all. So I have to
Okay.
just do it my experiment basis.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right now it
So
is very much.
one more question. Like
Yeah,
since we have these recordings also, it
yeah.
will be the same recordings which we get, or it will be like
No, no,
already
no, no.
pre-record
No.
recordings.
This is the same recording you will get.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This is the same recording
So
you will
when
get.
I opt for this course, the same recordings I'll get it, right?
Yeah, because
Mm.
I'm showing you this I am enrolled myself to some batch.
Hmm.
I have done 20 classes for that. So it will show recording for that class
Hmm.
only. You
Okay. Mm-hmm.
cannot watch another class. You can watch only your recording.
Okay. And what are these pre-recording videos? Which are these?
These are videos for you can say it's for the older version of Visual Studio, not for new version. These are
Okay.
pre-recording.
Mm-hmm.
These are the
Mm-hmm.
you can say some of the videos are free like this some of the videos, not all the
Mm-hmm.
videos. Some of the videos are there, but if you enroll the project, you will get all the videos for free.
Okay.
Okay,
Along
but
with this
this
pre-recording, I'll
yeah
get the batch recordings also.
yeah, but you have to
Okay.
consult. I don't know about the you can say your fee structure. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
here as a trainer.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can call Ashish and he can explain it to you. Okay,
Sure, sure.
so
Mm-hmm.
and from tomorrow I will go deep into the C sharp concepts as well.
Sure, sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this
So
will make clear
I was opting for weekend classes. So you're taking for weekend only, or it's like regular daily basis classes?
as you wish,
Is no,
as you
actually,
wish.
because I'm also working, right? So I'll not be able to spend some time,
So
like if in between, if I
yeah,
have any other work, I'll not be able to.
in my opinion, just
Hmm.
go for this week daily, because if
Mm-hmm.
you miss one lecture, na, then it will difficult for you to grab that knowledge with the previous lecture. Because if I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing for the concepts, firstly I'm thinking that you have covered all these concepts like inheritance and something like that, overloading,
Mm-hmm.
overriding function, but if you want to go deep into C sharp, then you
Mm-hmm.
should do continuously first 4 to 7 lectures. You should do it continuously.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why I'm ask Ashish as well that please give me that student that will attend regularly for the first 4 days.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, I'll speak with Ashish also maybe. Like if you are connecting tomorrow, at what time we are connecting?
at what time you will be available, I will be there.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Okay,
Usually
but
after 8 only I'll be able to connect.
okay, no worries.
Mm.
I can connect it with you at 8:15.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The
Mm-hmm.
I will connect it with you at 8:15. So I will send you the meeting link of 8:15 p.m.
Sure, sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
Mm.
in my opinion,
Mm.
for the first 5 to 7 lectures, be regular. If you want to get more knowledge in C sharp, just be regular
Mm-hmm.
for the first 5 to 7 lectures because that
Okay.
5 to 7 lectures will reflect all this, will help you
Mm-hmm.
all this.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
just
Sure,
go
sure.
for first 5 7 lectures in the regular. And if I send you the link, just please
Mm-hmm.
be watch, no, please watch the recording and
Mm-hmm.
note down your points that you want to discuss with me and do
Okay.
the exercise as well.
Sure, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
we will
Abhishek.
meet tomorrow at 8:15 or 8:30 p.m.
Sure.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I hope that I have make you clear in some concepts.
Yeah, yeah. It's clear. Yeah.
Okay, so okay,
Yeah.
bye, good night. Then we will
Yeah.
meet you
Thank
tomorrow.
you. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Good night.
Good night.